What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. And this is part 2 of the 2022 NFL mock draft I did with SCU. Go ahead, check out his channel, and give it some love in the description below. But this is going to be the second and third round, so if you missed the first round, it's the previous video. I'll probably leave it in the little iCard up top as well. But go ahead, enjoy, become a bro, and subscribe, and leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.
Big thank you to Broshmo being here. And yeah, once again, we'll be doing conferences and stuff. How about this? Do you want to switch it up for round 2? I do AFC, you do NFC?
Oh yeah, you wanna go with okay, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Means you're starting off.
Oh dang, dude, I was kind of prepared, but okay. All right, I'm starting off with the Detroit Lions. Am I good to go?
Yep, we're good to go.
All right, so Detroit, you went receiver, you went quarterback. Very nice, very nice. I think that's good. So we probably could I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to going receiver again, double dipping. Don't necessarily have to though. So probably defense. Sounds right. There's a ton of edge talent. The cornerbacks are kind of flying off the board. Going back to the Detroit deep dive, they're probably going to be playing, I mean, I assume they're going to play a lot more zone than they did last year. I feel like it's going to be a lot of off coverage. So I'm trying to think who would benefit from that. Dang, dude. See, I was all kinds of ready to pick for the Texans. Throwing the curveballs. Yeah, no, screw it. I think it's the edge is just too good. It's too quality at this point to pass up on that. Could address corner later, or safety. I mean, honestly, they have young corners there, so maybe that works out for them. I don't know, but getting someone opposite of, I don't know, Flowers, if he's really in the future plans. Even, I mean, you got Romeo Akawara, who I think is a fine edge too. I'm gonna go with Kingsley Enagbar out of South Carolina. The guy's like a bull in a china shop, but he's got that bull like upside.
Okay, I haven't really looked at Enagbar yet, so can't really give my 2 cents on that one. But
he's pretty good.
Pretty good. Texans here in the second round, they went with Spencer Rattler in the first. So, you know, they're so freaking bad. They can really go anywhere here and get an improvement. So I think at this point for the Texans, like, you're probably just wanting to go with value because, again, there's so many needs there. And so for the Texans here, I think we're probably going to be going with – I'm feeling receiver maybe because the receiver room still isn't the best, but –
I mean, you got Nico Collins, you got Cooks. They have Cobb and Kiki QT probably.
I don't like Nico Collins personally. I
didn't hate him.
I think it's just athleticism, but I'm gonna go with George Karlaftis. You know, like, I think he can fit that scheme, like, maybe, but it's really more about, like, again, the value. Just if he returns to that Purdue form, like, the Texans need pass rush really bad. That's, like, besides the passing game, like, easily their weakest spot is they have no pass rush. And so getting a guy like Karlaftis, you know, you're going for value at this point, and it's pretty good value. So
yeah, I was considering edge for that pick before you screwed me.
Jaguars 35. Jaguars in the first round. They only had one pick this year. Kayvon Thibodeau. So they already got a really good edge rusher earlier. So here for the Jaguars, we'll probably be looking offense, get something around the offensive line maybe. You know, they got Cam Robinson. Did they re-sign him for 1 year, was it? Or they franchise tag him or something?
Yeah, it was a franchise tag. He will not be on the roster after that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Jawan
Taylor. They got Walker too.
Their interior is pretty good, but like it's okay. So we'll probably be aiming tackle here, and top tackle on my board at this point is going to be Thayer Munford. He can play that left or right tackle, I think, but regardless, it's just about getting some protection for Trevor Lawrence. Just again getting the best player at this point. Got an edge rusher, so now you get someone to prevent the edge rushers.
That's interesting. Like for like the last couple of seasons, because he was draft eligible, I was considering him probably be a guard convert, and then he kind of broke out last year.
Well, and then he's also just so NFL ready. Like,
oh yeah, well I mean when you're that old.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's right. I'm the Philadelphia Eagles. So I noticed something. So the Eagles they're drafted fourth overall. We've yet to go quarterback for the Eagles because I'm assuming Jalen Hurts is not the answer if they're drafting fourth overall. So I think at this point we could go with the quarterback.
Who do you go with though?
Ritter is an option.
Yeah. I don't know if he's the best fit in a Philly offense, but
I mean, I think with what they're probably going to do with Hurts, you could do the same thing with Ritter. But maybe you try to go with I think JT Daniels is probably better. I think he's more accurate. I think he's a bit more risque with the football. I think in the last couple of games he was a bit turnover prone. Not necessarily actually throwing turnovers, but there were a couple of balls that probably could have been. But he's got an arm, he's got the talent. I think if it all comes together, you could maybe make a case that he could be like a fringe first rounder. But I'm probably feeling better about him than Desmond Ritter from an accuracy standpoint.
So JT Daniels?
JT Daniels.
All right. I think I would have liked Matt Corral too as a fit with the Phillies.
I was thinking too, but I went with the less turnover prone quarterback. And Corral, when Matt Corral is bad, he is bad.
He's bad. Same with Slovis.
37 Slovis is the Kirk Cousins of this class.
Yeah. 37 Bengals. We went with Kyrie Alam in the first round, or Broshmo did. And so here, you got to get some more offensive line help. Like, you don't want Joe Burrow's career to be the next Andrew Luck. So here, again, we're just going to go best tackle on the board for me, unless is there a guard or center I like it. I do really like Kem Ekwonu. He's got that tackle guard versatility. And they can kind of use both.
It's kind of a freak athlete, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm feeling that. Is there any tackle that I'd rather take over him? Wanya Morris, maybe. And I think actually Wanya Morris would be a nice fit with this Bengals offense.
So you don't think
Morris,
they kick Jackson Carman outside?
No, he's a guard, but like Quinton Spain, is he really? I mean, anything special?
I mean, I think he's a good stopgap. Like,
yeah,
if he's the weakest part on your offensive line, I think you're in good shape.
I think between Ekwonu and Morris, I think I like Ekwonu a bit better. Just again, that versatility and stuff, and that. So I'm gonna go with the Cam Ekwonu here. I like him here with the Bengals to get some offensive line help, tackle guard versatility. So yeah. Jets at 38. First round, the Jets picked up. Who did we take with that 23rd pick? It was Martin Emerson? No, wait, who was it? He wasn't on here.
It was
Mike Jones. So we went Mike Jones and Drake Jackson. So addressing the defense in the first round, we could still go here again. Since the defense does still need some help, especially like corner safety, and because they did invest so heavily into the offense. Although offensive line is an option here. Who do they got at right tackle? It's
the Jets. They have George Fant.
George Fant. Yes, I mean he's not the answer. If we were to go corner, I mean I like Andrew Booth potentially here. Safety wise. Not really anyone I'd take here yet. Maybe Tyke Smith. I think here for the Jets, we're going to get some corner help with them here and take Andrew Booth. Like, still addressing the defense just because they invested so heavily into the offense in the offseason and the draft last year. So I think just continue to address the defense. I really like Andrew Booth in a Robert Saleh scheme. So
Sounds good. I'm gonna go with. I got the Giants. We went, or you went. Well, let's say we went Christian Harris and Malik Willis in the first round. I was actually considering going guard, and then you took the guy. Actually, I was considering Iquanu. So I think I'm gonna go in a different direction here, being tight end. We're gonna get a tight end off the board because Evan Ingram. I know he's a Pro Bowler and everything, but
he sucks.
hands are an issue. And I mean, for him, a lot is like he came in as that tweener. You know, he didn't really. He's not gonna block anybody. He's just kind of a big jumbo receiver. But I'm gonna go with Jalen Wademeyer. He's a solid blocker in his own right, but obviously you're getting him for the receiving aspect of him.
Yeah, so, I think, Giants fans will point to like Evan Ingram just made a Pro Bowl, but it's like the Pro Bowl is a popular.
I think contest. Giants fans would be more than happy to throw him under the bus.
Now, the Giants fans I know, when I was first giving
Kyle Pitts
to them,
I don't know one Giants fan that's not like Evan Ingram sucks. And I feel like I have to defend Ingram because I don't think he's that bad.
And every time I give them Kyle Pitts, they would be like, "What? Why a tight end? We have Evan Ingram." Like. And I would always be like, well, first off, he's not just a tight end. But, yeah, like Giants fans would always defend Evan Ingram. So.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
Yeah. Falcons on the
Atlanta
clock.
Falcons. Falcons in the first round, they went with DeMarvin Leal. So, also a plethora of different ways we could go here. This is a bit interesting. Calvin, I really think I'm gonna go receiver here. And you know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something weird here. Something. I know I'm not necessarily that high on him, but I think the athletic ability is there. He's probably not playing this year. He might play in November. I'm gonna go George Pickens. Let's get our Julio replacement. He's a jump ball guy. I was really considering David Bell. I kind of regret it because I have David Bell higher, but let's go with Pickens.
Didn't Ridley come out of Georgia too?
He did.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I mean,
did he?
If he stays
Ridley
healthy,
was Alabama.
Was he?
Yeah, his brother was Georgia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if he stays healthy, he's a great receiver. And he's a great fit there with Ridley and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Riley Ridley, his brother was Georgia, and then he was Alabama. Okay.
Oh, okay. Broncos at 41. First round, we went Carson Strong. And so here for the Broncos, if you're hoping you've got your quarterback of the future, the Broncos at this point pretty much have like three holes unless you want to address the future. Right tackle, defensive tackle, and linebacker. Even though they got Baron Browning in the draft. If you want to just tackle, I mean, there's a few different guys on the board. Wanya Morris, Rasheed Walker, Zion Nelson, Charles Cross, even Abraham Lucas. I'm a big fan of Abraham Lucas. If you want to go DT, I mean, there's a few different guys. Or linebacker. But, I think this would be a good spot to address that tackle. Bobby Macy's there for, I think it's only 1 year. So you get that replacement. And I think out of all these guys, the one that I like the most to replace Bobby Macy is probably going to be Zion Nelson. I just think he's probably the best tackle available for the Broncos this spot. Although I have a few of these guys higher. Again, I just think a bit of a better fit there with Denver. And yeah, you're just looking for your right tackle there.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of him. He's really improved since that abysmal start against Florida his freshman season. I remember it was I remember that game distinctly because I think it was the same day Andrew Luck retired.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, oh crap, dude, what a day. My Hurricanes get smashed and Andrew Luck retires. Wild. All right, so the Chicago Bears, obviously no first round pick. So what we do with them here could be very important. This is very interesting. Very interesting. It really, I feel like they could hold on to Allen Robinson now that they brought in Justin Fields. Maybe that signals to Robinson, hey, maybe this is maybe they're trying to build. Maybe I could finally play with a competent quarterback. So maybe you could turn a blind eye to receiver for now. Oh man, this is tough. I think I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna stick with the theme of tackle, and I'm gonna go with Abraham Lucas. He has played a little bit of right tackle. So if they want him to come in and do that, I would say he's kind of the Rashad. Or who was the cat they drafted this year? Tevin Jenkins. Yeah, I would say he's like the Tevin Jenkins, the older guy in this class. Well, not as old as Darren Mumford, but he would have came out last year. It's just the Pac-12 was stupid and they only played 4 games. So yeah, he's probably one of the most tested pass protectors in college football, coming initially from Mike Leach's scheme. So, yeah, I think we're going to go with that there. And then the Washington football team, next on the clock, first round, they went with Keaton Slovis. Interesting. So, I feel like I really could go anywhere with this pick and feel pretty darn good about it. Let's see. Currently, their cornerback room consists of what?
Kendall Fuller, William Jackson III.
That's right. Did they draft anyone this year at corner?
I don't believe so. If they did, it wasn't anyone big.
Oh man, yeah. So they're still going with like Jimmy Moreland in the slot.
Probably.
So could grab a slot guy like Tyke Smith. He's kind of legit. He's probably the best slot corner in all of college football. But I think we could probably go outside, look for another guy that could be a good man corner. And a guy that will get tested this year at doing that is Darion Kendrick. They're at Georgia, man. He's going to be playing a lot of press man. He looked great for Clemson. Yeah, the character concerns are a thing, but that's why he's not in the first round.
Yep. Good pick. Makes sense. Raiders here at 44.
Speaking of making sense, here's the Raiders.
Yeah. Raiders here at 44. They went sauce in the first round.
Yeah.
So here, that offensive line is still a big issue. Like here, incoming Raiders fans saying, their offensive line was hurt anyways and all that stuff. That doesn't mean it's good. Like,
eventually they were going to have to move on from those guys anyway. So I think it was like, hey.
Their starting offensive line right now is Colton Miller, who I'm kind of expecting a year of regression, to be honest, from him. Rich Young Incognito, who's getting older. Their centers, either Andre James or Nick Martin. So, Right guards, probably Alex Leatherwood, and right tackle is Denzel Good. Like,
you don't think Leatherwood's playing right tackle?
Definitely no. He's not going to survive at tackle in the NFL. He is definitely.
Oh, I think he'll be fine at right tackle.
I personally.
I think that's why Tom Cable drafted him.
Just regardless, their offensive line is not good, so that could definitely be somewhere they address here, or get a pass rusher, because unlike Yannick Ngakoue says, they are not the best pass rushing duo in the NFL. In that case, maybe you want to go with a guy like Tyreek Smith. It really depends on how he plays this year, but I think he could be a nice little fit there. Other than that, like maybe you want to get an actual star at the defensive tackle position, go with someone like Haskell Garrett, Corey Durden. For the Raiders here, though, I think we're going to go with. We're gonna go with Tyreek Smith. Address the defense again. This is going to be a team that they're going to need to rely on their defense since they have no offensive line, and just in general, their offense isn't going to be the greatest. I do think Derek Carr is like capable, but when you don't give him an offensive line, it's not going to be good. So I think just keep building up that defense. I like Tyreek Smith and his potential. So
okay, I like that. New York Jets.
I am on the clock. Jets 45. Jets have already gone. Andrew Booth, Mike Jones, and Drake Jackson. So edge, linebacker, corner. We've addressed basically just the defense so far. So I think it's time to adjust the offense here. We should probably get like maybe a tight end or an offensive lineman, preferably probably a tight end that can also block. Because their tight ends, Chris Herndon?
Yeah, and they got Ryan Griffin. They also have Kenny Yeboah.
Oh yeah, they did pick up Kenny Yeboah. I was a big fan of him. I'm surprised he went undrafted, um, especially over some other tight ends. So, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get a tight end here, my number 2 in the class is Trey McBride, who is a decent blocker.
I would say he's probably one of the best blockers in this class.
Yeah.
Him and
if you
Jeremy
want to just
Ruckert.
get the offense, I think Wayne Morris could make a lot of sense because he's a guy that, if he works at a tackle, great. He can play it right, but I think he could also switch into guard and still be pretty good. So he kind of has that versatility. Between the two, I think I'm going to go with Wayne Morris here for the Jets. Get some offense, get some protection for Zach Wilson. So.
All right. Minnesota Vikings. I kind of thought about this one for a little bit. You went Kyle Hamilton. That's a phenomenal pick. Great pick. Really dependent on what they do with Danielle Hunter. Let's just assume he might be gone after this season. So I'm actually going to grab a guy that's stupid athletic. He needs to get up in weight, but I really think he can because right now I think he's sitting at like 230, 235, but I think he could easily put on 20 pounds. Honestly, like he at times he outplayed my boy Azeez Ojulari. I'm gonna go with Adam Anderson out of Georgia. For
Adam Anderson.
Yeah.
Where do they have him? Here it is. I thought you were gonna go with Zion for a second, but yeah,
he's hurt, man. I doubt he comes out.
Yeah. Adam Anderson, like I haven't looked at him enough, so another guy that I can't really give a 2 cents on.
I watched a lot of Azeez Ojulari last year, so.
Yeah, so did I. I was paying attention mostly to Ojulari just because he was so fantastic. That's another guy where I don't get why he dropped to the second round. He was my top edge rusher in the class.
Apparently it was like knee issue. I don't know,
but still to like take Peyton Turner and stuff over him, I think is ridiculous.
I like Peyton Turner. I don't want to bang on Peyton Turner too bad.
I mean he's fine, but not over Ojulari.
Yeah. Arizona Cardinals first round. You went with Sevyn Banks, the corner. I think at this point, you know what? Let's get a running back off the board. I'm going to go with, I think this is going to end up being my top guy. It's close, but I'm going to go with Breece Hall at Iowa State. The guy, for how, like, often he gets hit before he even gets to the line of scrimmage, I think he does a phenomenal job. He led all of college football, I think, last year in forced missed tackles. That's what you kind of want to look for in your running back. I think he's got good explosiveness. Big fan. But yeah, let's get a running back off the board.
Yeah, I love the physicality off of Breece Hall. Steelers picked up Evan Neal in the first round. That was a great pick in the first round.
Oh, he dropped.
Yeah. Here, I mean, maybe this is where you get a quarterback. Even if, Big Ben is coming back for another year, I don't think he's going to be good, and I don't think Dwayne Haskins is the answer. I think Desmond Ridder actually makes a lot of sense here. Maybe this is someone else I want to go with first, but because you already addressed the offensive line, Evan Neal can play tackle or guard, probably more likely guard for them. There are other places you can address, but I just feel like this is, again, another one of those teams that is going to be much better if they have at least a decent quarterback. And in this case, I feel like Desmond Ridder is a nice fit, so I'm going to go with Desmond Ridder. Again, he gets the job done. And can get the job done. So I think he's a great fit there with the Steelers, who don't need that big.
I mean, honestly, taking him in the second round too is pretty potentially good value.
Yeah, that too. So yeah, I like Desmond Ridder here for the Steelers. Patriots at 49. Patriots in the first round went with Martin Emerson, even though it doesn't say it here, Martin Emerson, because PFN doesn't have him for some reason. So here we're going to be addressing receiver. Like they need receiving help pretty badly. Yeah, enough said for that. And it's kind of tough between Justin Ross and David Bell. I think out of the two, Justin Ross is like the more athletic and maybe the better receiver, but obviously like the surgery and stuff is a big concern. And with all that, like I feel like with a guy like Mac Jones, he's not going to be pushing it like downfield and stuff. I think they might be doing a lot more like short to intermediate throws with him and stuff. So I'm going to take David Bell. Really nice possession receiver. I'm a big fan of him as well. So I think he's a nice fit with the Patriots offense. So David Bell here for the Patriots.
Dude's great after the catch, man.
Yes. And then the Chargers at 50. In the first round, they went with Trent McDuffie addressing the corner position. Here for the Chargers, I kind of want to address potentially pass rusher. They're switching to a 3-4 scheme, and they don't really have someone across from Kenneth Murray at that outside linebacker position. So, like a guy like Brenton Cox is really, really tempting here. Other than that, maybe you want to address like safety, since Derwin James can't stay healthy, and not Rayshon Jenkins. Who's their safety now?
They have Nazir Adderley.
Yeah, Nasir Adderley.
Yeah.
I gave Bubba Bolden to them in the first round of my old mock draft. I'm kind of thinking that here, or Tyke Smith, but I'm gonna go with Brenton Cox. It's just way too tempting. I think he's a great fit in this defense, and him across from Kenneth Murray would be absolutely great. Makes that defense very, very scary. So I'm gonna go Brenton Cox here.
And Joey Bosa.
Yeah, but like with the 3-4 scheme, it's like, you have Joey Bosa, Nwosu, a great tackle.
They'll have him kick. They still kind of play an edge role, I believe.
Yeah, but I just mean like, you want someone like across from Kenneth Murray that can do something similar to like that outside linebacker type role. Because think of the Rams defense, but now with the Chargers, basically.
Oh, yeah. I have like fuzz in my beard, and it's like bothering the heck out of me. Oh. There we go. Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, a nice little video of Broshmo stroking his beard for us.
Yeah, you typically only get this on my OnlyFans. Wow, man, there's a lot of good still edge talent on the board. But I'm not gonna go with edge. You said Bubba Bolden. I got a little scared because that's who I was gonna go with Dallas. Get them some safety help. They really got nothing at safety. I mean, Donovan Wilson, he kind of played decently last year. Reggie Robinson's kind of a projected. I guess he's a convert from the corner position.
Are you sure they're still going to use Keanu Neal as a weak side linebacker though? Because didn't they sign a?
They have a ton of depth at linebacker, man. They also drafted Jabril. Like it's a ridiculous linebacker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going regardless. I'm going Bubba Bolden just because from an athletic and physical profile, he has the tools to do it. He just needs to show that he can in college football. So a little less blown coverages, a little more.
Plus some of the
wrapping
off-field
up
issues need to go away.
Yeah. I think I'll be fine. I think he's a fine day 2 guy.
All right, fins up. First round they went with Nick Bonito, and so here for the Dolphins. Running back's tempting, especially since I really like Isaiah Spiller. Especially like in the first round, I think would be a great fit. So here would be a nice pick for them. Otherwise, maybe you want to address offensive line. Because it's still not great. Obviously, it got improved a bit, but it's still not great. Otherwise, the defense is pretty stacked. I mean, the defense really doesn't need much else help at this point. It's a very good defense. So we're going to go Isaiah Spiller here. Yeah, I mean, they still need a running back. They signed that one guy from the Rams, Malcolm Brown. But still, they still don't have that star. And I don't know if Isaiah Spiller is going to be a star, but like he is still probably my top running back in the class. And I like he's a very good chain runner. So I think that's something the Dolphins could use, an actual run game.
All right. Atlanta Falcons, man, they need help at corner. So we're going to return to the corner class. Josh Jobe is an interesting name, but I kind of worry about him being – I think he's going to be more of a Trayvon Diggs. So this range is actually pretty good for him. But I'm going to go with – oh, dude, don't tell me he's not on here. Oh, wow, yeah, he's not on here.
Who?
I was going to go with Storm Duck out of North Carolina.
Storm
First
Duck.
of all, that is like a first-round name.
Storm Duck. That is a crazy name. There is no one in the class named Duck or Storm, but there's a guy at a TCU, once again, named TJ Stormont. So we'll go with him.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Storm Duck. I thought he may have been the best-looking corner out of the ACC last year. Outside of Kendrick, I was a big Kendrick guy too, but the dude was good. He was looking good. His season was kind of cut short from injury last year, but he kept Clemson in check. He allowed a completion rate of 48%. 11, he had 2 interceptions, 9 pass breakups throughout his career. So, yeah, dude, I'm gonna go with the Duck.
What an incredible name,
dude! I know, it's a first round caliber name. Like, it's so good. All right, I'm still figuring out who I'm gonna put for Duck here. I'm just gonna throw a name out there.
I just did TJ Stormont.
Yeah. All right, so I got actually quite a few picks here right now. So I got the Philadelphia Eagles. I went JT Daniels. I'm actually kind of happy about that a little bit. I don't know why, but it's got me grinning a little bit. Currently corner, they have corner. We grabbed Stingley, we grabbed Burks, got JT. So I feel like then it's probably logical to address the defense here. Ooh. There's a couple interesting linebacker names. I don't think they go linebacker necessarily. But then again, they've really invested along the defensive line, so maybe offensive line actually. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk myself into a pick here eventually. All right, looking at who I have on the interior currently, there's actually a lot of good names here on the interior I like. I actually really like Zion Johnson out of Boston College. I'm really coming around to him. He's probably a guard in the NFL, which I agree, but he's currently playing tackle for Boston College, and he looked pretty darn good last year. I was actually pretty darn surprised. So, yeah, we're going to go with Zion Johnson.
Yeah, he's my number 3 guard in the class.
Yeah, dude, I was just so shocked because he struggled initially with the move to tackle when they got the new coaching staff. Who is it? It's like Jeff Halfley or whatever, the former Ohio State cat. But I think he really looked pretty darn good last year. Seattle Seahawks, man, this team is
I think they're going to be worse than people realize.
They are, but I think they're good enough to make the playoffs because Russell Wilson.
They're my 7th seed right now. But
quarterback position matters. So does the corner position. And you know what? I don't think Job is actually a good fit for a cover 3. I'd rather him in like cover 2 or quarter. Not even quarters, but... who else would I pick from here? I mean, they're kind of light on the defensive line too, in terms of the defensive interior. Haskell Garrett's still here, but I go with Haskell Garrett.
It would have been better if Aldon Smith decided not to be Aldon Smith.
Yeah, but I mean they've kind of invested in the edge, like they have Alton Robinson, Darrell Taylor that they drafted like a year ago, so maybe one of those guys develop. I think they're more thin along the interior. But yeah, Smith's kind of he's a dum-dum.
So we're gonna go with Garrett?
Yeah, and I totally forgot I have the next pick here too, the Saints. Holy moly. So we went with Garrett Wilson in the first round. That's kind of solid. I don't know. Do we feel like Jameis Winston's their quarterback?
I don't know.
It's not Ian Book.
Hey, don't disrespect Taysom Hill like that.
Oh, you mean their tight end?
I mean their running back.
Their utility player? Their Swiss Army knife?
Multi-gadget tool.
Yeah. I mean, you could get reckless and go with Matt Corral. I feel better maybe like in the 3rd round, go with like a Kenny Pickett or a Phil, Jerkovic. I feel better about those guys in the 3rd, maybe 4th. I mean, Tyler Shuck, a lot of people are high on him. When I see it, I believe it.
That's just complete predictions. But
yeah, because I mean, even Justin Herbert flashed his arm talent in that Oregon offense. You would think, I get it, the Oregon offense, it's very screen or deep ball heavy, but you would think you would see a little something from Shuck, and we didn't. So, yeah, I'm kind of like out on him for now. But yeah, which means they got to somehow bring back Ryan Ramczyk. I'm sure they will, because to them, what's cap space?
Yeah.
It's nothing but
I really wish it wasn't like that. I don't want it to turn into the NBA, but
yeah, or baseball, dude. Baseball's bad about that.
yeah, that's why I don't watch baseball. It's just like always the same teams are good.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my Marlins to return to some sort of competitive.
You have the Rockies, who like 1 year will be in the playoffs and then the next will be gone because they trade away Arenado for a Snickers bar.
Yeah, exactly. So I gotta imagine with the Saints that Marcus Williams or Marshawn Lattimore won't be back. They grabbed Debo, so I'm thinking maybe both are gone.
Do you know what's going on with this stuff with Lattimore right now?
Nah, what's go? Oh, yeah, isn't he gonna be like suspended for the first couple of games? Maybe.
I'm not sure because he got arrested for possession of a concealed weapon, and then he was claiming that he didn't know it was like it was stolen and he bought it, but he didn't know it was stolen. So
how did he buy it? That means it had been a transfer from one owner to another.
I guess I don't know.
Because because like. You can't track that. You can only track the initial like buy of a gun. You can't track like where it goes after that.
Yeah, it's like if he's not playing, then they definitely need corner help.
Yeah, I mean honestly, corner help's never a bad thing. It's like probably one of the most.
I was gonna go there in the first round, but they were all gone. So
yeah, I mean at this point, and what they're probably moving Johnson to safety. I think.
Has he already been playing safety?
Well, he's mainly in the slot there for him.
Oh.
Yeah, so actually Tywone Mullen's kind of an interesting thought. I think I'm going to go with Tywone Mullen. Probably one of the better, also one of the very good slot safety or corners in this class.
I wonder if PFN has him.
There's no way, dude. There's no way.
Let me see.
Dude, Mullen? There's no way. He's
not here.
He's one of the top, a lot of people consider him a top prospect. That's wild.
It's Mullen?
Yeah, no, he's not on here, dude. That's wild.
Huh. Well, we'll just have to replace him with some random Mullen.
Yeah, I'm going to go with...
There is no Mullen in this class.
No, I'm going to go with Chase Lucas, because I know he's probably a late day 3 guy, special teamer. I think he's like a 6-year senior, maybe a 5th-year senior. But I'm
going to go with Caesar Williams.
There we go. It's a good name. All right, you're finally on the board, my friend.
Yes. Browns back on the clock. Earlier they went with Tyler Linderbaum, which was an interesting pick. And here we're going to get some receiving help because Odell is overrated and hurt. And Jarvis is great, but he can't do it all by himself. Although I do like Donovan Peoples-Jones, they still need someone there. And, because they're such a well put together team, actually, no, hold on. I was overthinking myself there for a second because there's really only one hole left on this entire roster. That's defensive tackle. So we're going to pick up ourselves a Corey Durden here. I think is a great fit on the Browns defensive line. If Haskell Garrett was here, he'd be the pick, but I love Corey Durden though. And so, yeah, I think it's he fills that last hole for the Browns. So
yeah, they bring in Marvin Wilson as a undrafted.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to do much more for them than sit on the team couch.
Yeah, he is undrafted, but all right, the Niners. I think they go corner. They get their cornerback depth here because they need it. They got a couple of guys on 1-year deals, so I'm gonna go with Josh Jobe. I actually think he's a really good fit
in a Shanahan defense. Yeah,
exactly. Well, I mean, solid defense, but yeah, I mean it's gonna be the same principles because it's what is it? DeMarco Ryans, right? He's defensive coordinator now, right?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I think so. I remember him playing at Houston and Philly back in the day as a linebacker. I think that's really probably the only reason I know that. Nah, just out of curiosity. I imagine it's gonna look very similar because he's been under. Yeah, he's a defensive coordinator. Yeah, but he's been under Saleh for the last few years, so as a linebackers coach. All right, you're good to go, bud.
All right, Ravens at 59. We went Brandon Joseph in the first round, picking up a safety. Um, you know, I really only see one spot we can address here. Like maybe you want to go center, because it's still like what Matt Skura. So,
No, Matt Skura's in Miami. It's probably gonna be Booze. Was it Boozman? Bozeman?
oh yeah, Bozeman, yeah. So either that or edge rusher because I know they just picked up Odafe Away, but like,
Tyus Bowser.
Yeah, they kept Bauer, but didn't they let go of Pernell McPhee?
They might have brought him back cheap. Not positive.
Regardless if they kept both of them, Derek Wolfe is getting older. Calais Campbell's getting older. He showed obvious signs of decline last year. And again, McPhee and Bowser are great backups, but they're not starters. And so I think getting like an edge rusher here would just be good. Get someone across from Odafe. And so in this case, I think I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with. It's tough because I really love D'Angelo Malone here. But I kind of want to go with Myjon Sanders because it'd be a great value and stuff.
Oh,
so
dude, go with Sanders.
What?
Go with Sanders, man. He's a stud.
Yeah, I know. I want to go with Malone. I'm gonna go with Myjon Sanders though. Here, I think it's a great fit. I think I like Malone better as a fit, but Myjon Sanders is definitely the better player. So get some pass rush and kind of linebacking help.
So for the Rams, I'm gonna try to address tackle. Andrew Whitworth, he could only play for so long. They have Alaric Jackson and Joseph Noteboom. None of those names inspire any hope in me. I'm gonna go with Charles Cross. He's a bit of a project. He was kind of picked on last year in his first year under Mike Leach, but he did show improvements. He had actually a stellar game against Alabama. So if he can come out next year and, look the part a bit more, then yeah, dude, I'm A-okay with that. Feel good about him here. Some people have him as a first rounder. I'm not anywhere close to that just yet, but I get the potential. All right, man. Here's another interesting one. What to do? The Packers first round. Did they have pick in the first round? They trade that away?
They went Zach Harrison.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I don't know. Justin Ross is still on the board.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, it's such a serious injury. Really got to see. I really have to see him come back and have a full medical clearance before I feel good about him. That and he's kind of a vertical deep threat with like a 16% drop rate. So he's like, I think a less.
That's exactly like a guy Packers would take.
Oh yeah, I'm sure because MVS has worked out well. Jeez. Oh, you know what? Screw that. Let's go Romeo Dubs for the win here.
Is it Dubs, Dubes, or Dobbs?
I think it's Dubs.
Dubs.
But yeah, he was a mean vertical threat last year for Carson Strong. So
yeah, I've seen a lot of love for both of those guys. So
apparently,
drops are a bit of an issue for Dubs though. So
yeah, I mean, not nearly as much as like Justin Ross.
Yeah, but
I think he. I mean, I guess I could find this out right now, but I'm pretty sure he was under that 10. Like typically, you want to stay away from that 10% drop rate. Let me see.
I think he was like 8.5 or something like that, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not looking it up. Apparently, I thought I had it in my notes.
Okay, Bills here at 62. In the first round, they went Nakobe Dean, linebacker. So, yeah, I mean, running back, I could definitely see a pick here. I really like Kennedy Brooks. I also like CJ Verdell. They could be two nice like power rushers
You
for
like
them.
Verdell?
I do like Verdell. Maybe
He
not
just,
second round,
he
but
just he just takes the ball and runs real fast at the offensive line. It doesn't even matter if there's a hole there. He grabs it and he tries to smash his like he's like the Kool-Aid man trying to run through a brick wall.
oh yeah.
Just doesn't always end up like that.
I do like Verdell though. You could maybe address corner. You know, I did like Teron Johnson. He played pretty well in the playoffs, actually. But maybe you want to get someone across from Tre'Davious White or guard even, because they don't have any. They didn't pick up a guard, right? Across from Feliciano.
No.
Their guy would be right now would be like Ike Boatner or whatever his name is. So, you know, maybe this is a bit of a weird pick, but I'm gonna go Ed Ingram. I think he could like kind of come back up like in the rankings. Like I think I have him as like my number 12 inside offensive lineman right now, but he can very well rise because he's a super talented dude. It's just really, can he return to that form? And I think he'd be, you know, nice for that Bills. They could use a guard there, and Ingram has that kind of potential. So again, you're really just going for luxury picks here for the Bills, but
Okay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you went with Sawyer. I mean, again, you're kind of in the same boat here in terms of luxury. Let's see if there's anybody I like. I mean, there's a couple of interesting picks I could go with, like Jalen Catalan out of Arkansas, Daxton Hill out of Michigan, are a couple interesting names at safety. Actually, believe it or not, I'm gonna go with cornerback depth. Oh, dude, he's not.
they still could use a top guy, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I like Carlton Davis a lot, but I think he's a free agent. If not at the end of this season, next season, I would keep Jameel Dean if I were them. So, just grabbing another guy wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm actually gonna go with the TCU corner. He's actually not on here. Noah Daniels. Injuries have been an issue for him, but like when on the field, the dude's been a banger. He's been explosive. It's just you do worry about the injury history.
Okay. And then the Chiefs ending off the second round here. First round we went with Drake London. And so here for the Chiefs, we're going to be looking. Maybe you want to go tackle, get someone to replace Mike Remmers. Maybe you want to go defensive tackle. They're moving Chris Jones to defensive end. Obviously, he'll still be like that interior presence, but still maybe get someone like just along the defensive line to help out Chris Jones, because I don't like Frank Clark that much personally.
Yeah, well, I think Chris Jones moving to the outside is a desperation move more than anything else.
Maybe address corner depth, but I kind of like the idea of just getting someone to replace Remmers at right tackle. So I am going to go with, unless there's someone down here that I'm forgetting that they don't have ranked high. I mean, there are a few guys they have low that I like. You know, Tyler Vrabel, Petit Frere, those guys, but I don't like them as much as the pick I'm going to go with here. And Rasheed Walker, I think he can play that right tackle position pretty well. He fits pretty nicely what I think the Chiefs could use at that right tackle. So I like him here.
Okay. All right. So Detroit Lions. Holy moly, man. So Detroit Lions, we got
and we should try to speed this up just a little bit.
So we'll run through this right now, I guess. So went receiver, quarterback, edge. Don't mind double dipping at spots here. You know what? Let's get that vertical threat. Let's go with Justin Ross. Let's pair him up with Mechie. So yeah, let's just address the playmaker position right here and now. The offensive line's there. You got the quarterback of the future. Now you grab a couple of receivers along with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Bam.
All right. Texans here, they went quarterback and edge so far with Karlaftis and Rattler. And so here, I mean, receiving could be an option. You know, receivers still aren't the best here, although we are starting to run a little low on receivers that are like top level guys. I mean, Jahan Dotson, Charleston Rambo, Reggie Robertson. Where is Jakari Robertson? Do you know if they have Jakari Robertson on here?
I don't.
I don't think they have him.
Fun fact.
They don't have him. Or you want to address maybe offensive line. You know, I talked about like their offensive line is much, much improved from where it was, but it's still not the best in some spots, specifically a guard. On the defense, I think addressing corner and safety should probably be up there too. I like Tyke Smith. I'm going to go Tyke Smith here. Their safety positions are really bad.
Tyke Smith's already gone, ain't he?
What did you take him?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe I considered him. I didn't even. I thought he was gone.
We took Tyreek Smith earlier, but
No, I took Tyke, didn't I?
To where?
I don't have him on my board anywhere. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't think you took him.
Oh, maybe I didn't.
I know you did talk about him for a few picks.
Oh,
but
maybe I did. Maybe I just talked about him.
You know, because I'm up to date and I've gone all the way. So.
I don't have him on here. Hold up. Fun fact. Oh, is he not even? No, he's on yours, right?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, he went to Oakland.
Oakland?
Or Las Vegas, excuse me.
No, I took Tyreek Smith.
Tyreek Smith?
Yes, the edge rusher.
Oh, dang. Oh, I got you. Okay. Wow, that makes a big difference. I was like, man, I can't believe he's still on the board. Okay, Tyke Smith it is. My bad.
Good. See, I'm gonna go Tyke Smith here for the Texans, though. Eric Reed is fine, but like Lonnie Johnson is not a good starting safety across from him, so it's still very good value here. So I'm gonna take Tyke Smith. Jaguars 67. So far, they've gone with Thayer Munford and Kayvon Thibodeau. So edge and tackle here for the Jaguars. You know, we could target tight end because they've got Tim Tebow. So
they got Luke Farrell. They got Chris Manhertz.
Blocking guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where we're going to be addressing. And I'm going to go with my second tight end in the class, who I know they do have, but where is he? Trey McBride out of CSU. Yeah, I really like this guy. I've watched a lot of CSU, so I've watched a lot of this guy just because they're my hometown team. So, yeah, he's a very good tight end, so I like him here to the Jaguars.
Sweet. All right, so when it comes to the Eagles, they don't care about the linebacker position. Well, we could address it here because there's actually a couple of really good players at that position.
Oh, yeah, Ventrell Miller's fallen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have him as like a second rounder, but still.
I think he's more of a early day 3 guy. He reminds me of Troy Dye, just less length. Maybe even Chaz Surratt.
I like Chaz Surratt.
Yeah, but I mean, those guys were at the end of the 3rd round, so like, that's kind of where I feel like I feel late 3rd, early 4th about him. Thinking about what the Eagles want to do defensively, I'm probably gonna go ahead and just grab a coverage guy. Which is wild, dude. Merlin Robertson still being here, but I'm gonna go with actually the Washington linebacker. The dude was pretty darn good last year.
Ulufosio.
Yeah, I'll learn how to say it by the end of the year.
Bengals back on the clock. So far, Bengals have gone Kyrie Elam and Ikem Ekwonu. So, Bengals, like, maybe you want to get some pass rush here because, like, I know they invested in it, but personally, I didn't really like who was the guy they took in the second round this last draft?
Jackson Carmen?
The Texas guy, edge rusher.
Oh, Osai.
Osai, yeah. I wasn't a big fan of the Osai pick to the Bengals. Even though he sucked at near the end of his tenure there, Geno Atkins is gone. DJ Reader was fine in his first year, but they lost Carl Lawson. So I think they could use some upgrades there. And a guy who's really, really fallen here is Aiden Hutchinson. I think he's a nice fit there in that Bengal defense. They need some pass rush. And I like Aiden Hutchinson.
Sweet. You're up.
Oh, Jets at 70. Jets so far have gone Wanya Morris, Andrew Booth. So tackle, corner, linebacker, and edge. Tackle, corner, linebacker, edge. So here for the Jets. Like, again, the Jets are one of the more better built rosters in the NFL. Like, their record doesn't show that, but like I think they're going to be secretly competitive this year. They're actually pretty good. So maybe you want to address offensive line again here because it's still not the best. Maybe we didn't pick we haven't picked up a safety. So maybe you go safety with a guy like maybe not that many good safeties left on the board, honestly.
I think there's a couple.
I might go Wayne Gallman here, or Keith Gallman. I mean, because I think he'd be a really nice fit on this Jets defense.
Okay. I don't even think they have the safeties.
Yeah, they don't have
on here.
So I'm going to go Keith Gallman here, but of course a replacement pick as per normal. I'm just going to go with some bottom safety, but my pick here is going to be Keith Gallman. So
sweet. So the Giants, I'm going to go with interior. I was kind of up in the air with this. It was going to be either Jarrett Patterson, the Notre Dame center, or Donovan West, the Arizona State guard. And I think I'm going to lean West here for the guard position because Nick Gates, he's fine at center. Like, I like his flexibility. Like, he could really play anywhere on the right side. So it gives you a little bit of leniency, but I'm going to lean more with West. He's just got the better size. Probably be able to hold up the next level. So we're going to go with West. And then the Atlanta Falcons went corner, receiver. We also went then DT/DE in the first round. Maybe I just go for value here. Maybe I continue to address.
Look, I need safety help.
Yeah, I was thinking safety.
But who do you take here?
I guess I wouldn't mind taking. Well, shoot, he's not even on here.
I think Colby Harvell Peel would be a nice fit.
I like him a lot too. He's kind of like, for me, he's Bob Sanders-esque and how he can be used. Not necessarily. I hate giving out comps. People take him too literally. Wow, they don't even have Daxton Hill on here either. You know what? I'll go with the Arkansas cat. I'm a big fan of his gameplay. You just kind of pick anybody. His name, he's not on here. Jalen Catalone out of Arkansas. The dude is literally a playmaker. 5 pass breakups, 3 interceptions last year. He allowed 5 TDs, but they were all in the red zone. The guy's he's a deep safety. He's a freelancer. In an NFL that's trying to disguise everything by coming in and cover one. That way you also got adequate run defense. You need a guy that can be over the top. He's that guy. So I'm going to go with him.
Instead, I just went with Keldrick Carper.
Yeah.
Broncos at 73. We picked up a tackle in Zion Nelson and Carson Strong so far. So now, the Broncos, again, really don't have that many holes. You're really either looking for D tackle, linebacker, or safety, like future safety, even though they picked up Jamar Johnson and Caden Stearns. I feel like one of them could move to like corner. Linebacker, there's still a lot of talent here, actually, but same with defensive tackle. I I think the Broncos are content with what they have right now with Mike Purcell. I don't really think they want that big-bodied guy up the middle. So I think linebacker makes a bit more sense here. Take another guy towards the end of the third round. Except one guy that I really, really like, and I know I like him a lot more than other people, but I am going to go with Olakunle Fatukasi. Really love the upside. He's a very good tackler as well. As we discussed earlier. So yeah, overall I like him, and I think he's something the Broncos could use because like you said, he's not a liability in pass coverage, but he's a good tackler, and the Broncos could use that at the linebacker position.
Oh yeah. So Bears, we went with Abraham Lucas. He's gonna be playing right tackle there. I think they go. Well, it's hard to say where they'll go. Like 9 months out at this point, but not even probably like 11 or 10. The draft feels like it was just yesterday. But I'm going to go along the defensive line, get them DT, get them a true nose here in Jordan Davis. The guy moves really well for his size. It's just he's not exactly, at least he hasn't really shown to be much of a pass rusher. But I think he has the ability to. I mean, along the interior, you see a lot of, like, Georgia asks for a lot of run contain, so they're always playing the run first. So maybe he has that ability. Worst case scenario, you're getting a really good run stuff and nose tackle. And then the Washington football team, let's see. We went Darion Kendrick and we went Slovis. So really kind of just get my pick of whatever here. Kind of like that. Let's see. LeBron Jamin Davis, like corner and safety is kind of solid. We could go along the offensive line. I mean, it's probably better having multiple tackles because they're playing. They only got Lucas Cosme and then Morgan Moses. Is he a free agent yet, or is he still on the squad?
Yeah, they released Morgan Moses. They got Samuel Cosme on the right side, and then left side they got
Cornelius Lucas.
No, they signed that guy from the Bears.
Charles Leno.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, well, that ain't gonna last. So I mean, at this point, like, wow, dude, the tackle class really falls off actually.
Yeah, it's like top 20 guys, and then it's just gone. Because again, you still got like Vrabel, Petit Frere.
Yeah, but those are day 3 right now.
Yeah.
Oh wow, dude.
Daniel Falele.
Yeah, Falele, but I mean, didn't even play last year.
And then of course, Darion Kennard, Nick Broker.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a guard. The guy's sitting at 6'5", 347. Plays in a zone, like, run-heavy offense. He's gonna probably be guard. Yeah, actually, I don't feel good about really any of the tackles here. So maybe not. Maybe I don't go in that area because, value's a thing. I'm not going to draft it if it ain't there. You know what? Screw this, dude. Let's go with tight end, man. They got Logan Thomas, but that's about it. They brought in, Samus Reyes from the basketball player. Do you expect
what
him?
happened to Jeremy Sprinkle?
I don't know. Good name, though, Jeremy Sprinkle.
He signed, with the Cowboys or something.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Isaiah Likely. Real dude's just really good after the catch. He's kind of like a jumbo receiver. He's a bit of a tweener in that aspect. But you know what? Let's do it. It was either, honestly, this is a really good, tight end class. It's really deep. So, there's a plethora of guys. Honestly, I could have went with Jeremy Ruckert, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, there's a plethora of guys. But let's showcase the Coastal Carolina cat.
Yeah, I like Likely and Ruckert, but yeah, Sprinkle did sign with the Cowboys, but we should probably try to blow through these picks. We have 30 more, so
yeah.
All right, Raiders. They so far have gone with Tyreek Smith, and Sauce. So I think now is where you probably address the offensive line. Because again, it still needs a lot of help. And I think maybe get a guy like it's either between Patterson or Lindstrom. I think they can both play like that center and guard. I think Patterson's a very good run blocker, but like I think he could definitely improve in pass blocking. But like right up the middle, that makes it easier for Josh Jacobs. Lindstrom has a lot of potential and stuff, but you just kind of need to see some more consistency and stuff from him. So I'm gonna go with Jarrett Patterson here for the Raiders. So
yeah, no, that's a good pick. All right. Oh, looking here, I would like to address the interior with Carolina, but it doesn't look like it will be a thing. They brought in Tommy Tremble, so maybe we could go on defense, grab a little more depth at linebacker, or even grab another safety. Because it sounds like they're gonna have Jeremy Chin full-time safety now.
yeah,
So maybe grabbing someone that could be a bit more of that deep guy. Let's. You know what? I'll go with Daxton Hill. I don't think he's on here, but out of Michigan, it's a bit of a small sample size with him, but dude's got some real playmaking ability. So maybe he goes bonkers this year. Maybe he doesn't. Minnesota Vikings. Holy moly. So Minnesota, I went with, I like that Adam Anderson pick. And then the first round, Kyle Hamilton. Wow, they really addressed that defense. I actually really like that.
Bro, imagine like if like this year they get Darisaw at 23, and then they get like Kyle Hamilton at 12 and stuff, or 14, stuff like that.
Oh, I know, right? I mean, they really love defensive interior. Like, they brought in Tomlinson to really like be that guy to like. They kind of anticipate him to be like the 3 tech ish, but I still think they're gonna be like a gap attacking team. So,
yeah, I mean, but they've got like Pierce, Tomlinson, and Richardson. Like,
yeah, I know, and I'm just gonna keep adding more depth because you gotta imagine 1 or 2 of those guys aren't on the roster after this season.
yeah,
They're really just rentals. And I mean,
Richardson's just a 1-year deal. So
yeah, and I don't remember what Michael Pierce signed for. May have been a 3-year deal. I don't know. But even then, Tomlin I think is only on a 2-year. So I'm gonna go with Perrine Winfrey, Oklahoma. He's more of this like 3 tech, but pass rushing. Like, is this kind of his thing. He's not much of a run defender. At least they don't ask him to be. He's mainly off the field on run plays. So that's actually get a true like penetrator. I think that's what he can be. Arizona Cardinals went with Banks in the first, and then in the second, Breece Hall.
there's been some Chandler Jones trade talk.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I guess you can add another rusher. Like, what do we have in terms of rushers still?
D'Angelo Malone, Ali Gay, Zion.
I feel like those guys are like day 3 though right now.
You don't like Zion?
Oh, I love Zion. I'm probably gonna stay away from Zion. I really, if he's not gonna play this year, I don't think he's gonna come out. Yeah. His sample size is just too small. He only has last year 4 or 5 games.
He feels a lot like a Cameron Jordan to me.
Yeah. I definitely think he is like he's Joe Tryon with size, but actual production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if he comes back and plays well next year, he could be like a first-round pick.
Yeah. No, definitely. He's probably gonna be in my 2023 first rounder. Like right now, I'm just gonna keep him off my board, just because it just makes no sense when you have such that small of a sample size.
Yeah.
To come out, it literally makes no sense. Cardinals, I'm thinking about getting kind of a tweener. I'm gonna go with Zachary Carter out of Florida. He's played literally all over the defensive line there at Florida. He had a hot start to last season, but kind of cooled off. playing mainly on the interior. And I think if he, comes is a little bit more consistent this season, he'll be fine. And I think he's still putting on weight. I think he got up to. Oh, they actually don't have it on here. Here, let me see what weight his last weight he was at. No, he actually got up to 290. So he's kind of like a Marlon Davidson tweener. All right, Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, so first round we went Evan Neal. Second round we went Desmond Ridder. Pretty good draft so far for the Steelers. I think pretty easily it's going to be like a corner or safety here. Get some help there since you've addressed the offense now and stuff like that. Unless you really wanted to go offense again and stuff, but you can maybe get a guy like that in the fourth round. But here, I kind of like the fit of Harvell Peel potentially. Also Trey Sterling, but it's probably way too early for him. You know who I am going to go with here? I would go Travius Hodges-Tomlinson. I know he's undersized, but I really love the potential. He's a very speedy guy as well. And he's also super athletic. So I really like him. They could use some corner help and stuff. And so I like that here for the Steelers. Patriots at 81, they have gotten David Bell and Martin Emerson. And we're going to go probably the linebacker here. Probably get someone to potentially replace Dante Hightower maybe. Or just someone there in general. You know a guy that's actually still on the board that I'd like actually is Merlin Robertson.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about him too.
Yeah, because he can play like that linebacker, but also he's kind of like this year's David Collins. He can play that linebacker, but also move out to outside linebacker, be that edge rusher. I think Belichick would love a versatile guy like that and stuff. So
yeah, I was thinking about him for the Giants, Joe Judge.
Yeah. Chargers at 82. They've gotten Brenton Cox and Trent McDuffie. So really nice defensive draft for them. Maybe we want to get a receiver here. I really like Jahan Dotson because, you got Keenan Allen, who's your possession guy. You have Mike Williams, who can go up and get it. They don't really have that elite speed threat unless I'm forgetting about someone. And I like Jahan Dotson as that. Yeah, I'm going to go with Jahan Dotson here. Maybe you go tight end too. But Jared Cook is at least fine for this year. You can get a tight end later. This is a very deep tight end class. They got
Trey McKitty in the third.
Oh yeah, that guy too. Yeah. So that's obviously I'm gonna go Jahan Dotson. I really love the speed threat. That's the kind of receiver they don't really have yet. So I'm gonna go Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, Cowboys. I'm gonna address the interior. They got Osa Digizua. Sounds like they're kicking. Was it Neville Gallimore to edge? But, he might be a guy that they kick inside as well. But I'm going to get a little bit more size. I'm going to go with Fedarian Mathis out of Alabama. He's not quite the like a Christian Barmore or a Quinnen Williams, but he's pretty good in his own right when used in the rotation. Then
you went with who?
Fedarian Mathis.
Oh, Fedarian Mathis. Yeah, he's a very powerful guy.
Oh, yeah. And then this is what Giants pick. They have Harris, Willis, Wademeyer. I thought I got
West.
West. I was like, I thought I addressed the interior at some point. Hold the phone. Let's see. You could always double dip on the interior. I don't know if I do. You know what? I think I might actually. Because, West is probably going to be playing out at guard. I don't mind grabbing a center here. And that way you could just kick Nick Gates to right guard. Even right tackle, really, if you want to. Worst comes to worst. I'm going to go with, let's see if he's Doug Kramer out of Illinois.
Doug Kramer.
Yeah, he was really good under center, and then he got hurt, and Kendrick Green kind of had to come, switched over to center.
Yeah, he's a very good run blocker, but I'm not sure if I like him much beyond that, but
I like him, man.
Titans at 85.
Lace the lumber.
all the way back in the first round, they took Jordan Battle. And here, I mean, they still kind of have a hole at defensive tackle. Who's playing there right now? It's like Taquan something.
Defensive tackle, like their zero tech.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot who they bring because they don't have Daquan Jones anymore. He's with
He went to the Panthers.
Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go LeBron Ray here, to be honest, because
the dude is pretty versatile. He really
exactly. He's got that versatility. I'm gonna go with Tyler Davis here, though. They just got that kind of pretty big, obvious hole at defensive tackle on that defense, so I like Tyler Davis here to the Titans.
Yeah. Wow, dude. Yeah, Titans don't really have a true nose. Like, there's a couple of guys on the roster, but believe me, they're not impressive names.
Yeah.
All right.
Colts at 86. Colts have taken earlier because for some reason they have a first-round pick. They took Jackson Kirkland, filling up that tackle position. We're probably going to adjust corner here. You know, they've got Kenny Moore. Do they still have Kenny Moore?
Yeah, he's still in there.
Yeah, and then Xavier Rhodes. So, here at corner, I mean, I kind of glance at Sheridan Jones.
Yeah, I was looking at him too.
TJ Carter as well, but he wasn't in my rankings. He might actually make it, but we'll have to see. But I have McHale. I'm gonna take McHale right here. He's probably the top corner at this point for me. And he's a pretty nice fit. So
it's a good pick. I was thinking about him for Seattle. I am gonna stay at corner though. Sheridan Jones is interesting, but I think I'm gonna go with a guy with a bit more. Oh wow, he's not even on here. Are we serious? We're seriously doing this? I'm gonna go with Roger McCreary from Auburn.
They don't have McCreary?
Yeah, he's a bit more of a physical freak at the cornerback position, and he does have a nose for football, make those big plays. But yeah, I think he's a good fit for Seattle. I'm gonna put Christian Holmes as him because I used to be pretty high on Christian Holmes, and he saw no playing time last year.
Did Clifford Chapman?
So New Orleans Saints. What did I go? I went with corner. And then they also got Garrett Wilson. Really just feels like you go best player available, you know? Or did they didn't hold up. My wheels are turning in my head right now. Let's see, because all they have is Latavius Murray back there, right?
Alvin Kamara?
I'm trying to think of someone to complement Kamara with.
I mean, Murray is one of the better backups.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't mind always upgrading. It'd be better if there was a guy I really thought fit.
I mean, Kyron Williams would be a nice receiving compliment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not crazy about Williams.
Neither am I. I don't like him. I don't like receiving backs in general. Like, I was super low on the guy the Browns took, the running back. But
is it Demetric Felton?
Yeah, I was not high on him at all.
Yeah, I mean, I typically love receiving backs. Like, that's kind of what I drool over. But I just don't think they would be good.
McCaffrey, and so I really don't like him. But
yeah, actually, I think I know who I'm gonna go with. Freaking A. Guess what?
They don't have him?
Don't have him. I'm going to go with Zonovan Knight out of NC State.
Don't have Zonovan Knight, bro. Come on, PFF.
I know, right? Oh. Hey, this is as good as it gets, though, right now. This is what we have to work with.
Yeah, I like Zonovan Knight, too.
Yeah, that shocks me, man. I mean, I'll give them their credit, man. They got a lot of players, though.
Yeah. But these are big guys, though. Like Martin Emerson, Roger McCreary, Zonovan Knight.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll add it eventually, maybe. Potentially.
Browns 89. They've gone Corey Durden and Tyler Linderbaum. I'm going to get a receiver for them now. Again, they could use some receiver depth and stuff like that. And I think, the guy I would really like here is Jakari Robertson, but they don't have him. So I'm going to go Jakari Robertson, but again, they don't have him. So, yeah. Instead, I'm gonna go Eric Izukana, something like that. Dolphins at 90. We went Isaiah Spiller as well as Nick Bonito. Dolphins. I think we're going to address offensive line here. You know, still not the best in the world. I like Emil Ikior.
Out of Alabama?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I also like getting a center for them because I don't think Matt Skura is very good, and I still really like him and his upside. So I'm going to go Alec Lindstrom for the Dolphins. And then the Ravens at 91. We've gone Myjon Sanders and Brandon Joseph. And here we could also address the interior because they picked up Kevin Zeitler. They'll probably have Bradley Bozeman starting at center, and then left guard would be
Cleveland.
Oh yeah, in Cleveland.
Ron Strowman.
Yeah, so maybe otherwise. Where else do you really go with this team? Like, they're such a well put together roster.
I mean, offensive line depth's never a bad thing when it comes to the Ravens.
Yeah. Ooh, you know who I'm going to go with? Not Emil Ikior. I'm going to go with Cade Mays. This is one of those guys that I think could break out this year. He's definitely got a lot of the traits. It's really just waiting for him to put it all together. But I really love the upside and the physicality on him. So,
okay. All right. You know what? I want to get some stability for the Rams at the linebacker position. They have just a bunch.
Wait, you mean Ernest Jones is not stability?
I wasn't a big fan of Ernest Jones.
Yeah, I know. It was a dumb pick. The entire Rams draft was horrible.
Yeah. But oh man. Do I get a guy that I mean, Jones is really going to be kind of playing the middle. So you could maybe get a guy that can slide on the outside. Yeah, screw that. Let's do it. I'm going to go with JoJo Doman.
Nice.
Yeah. It was either him, and I was also thinking of Devin Lloyd.
Yeah. Linebackers are kind of falling in this class. I like a lot of these linebackers.
Yeah, linebacker class I think might be a bit better this year. Like, I don't think it has necessarily the strength as like some of the top guys in last year's class, but I think it's a bit deeper. Shoot, I mean, Jack Sanborn decided to come back too.
Jack Sanborn reminds me a lot of Pete Werner. Super smart dude, but he's just athletically limited.
Right, but that's the thing. Pete Werner did not test out that way. That's the weirdest thing, right? Because on film, he doesn't look that athletic. That I saw his stupid pro day numbers, and I didn't know how to feel. I'm the Green Bay Packers. Dang it, I forgot. All right, Packers. We went with Dubes and Harris. That's actually a pretty solid draft thus far. Kind of have the
Packers like.
Yeah, right. Kind of have the luxury to do a lot of different things here if I really wanted to. I mean, shoot, Packers didn't go linebacker, did they?
I thought they picked up one this past draft, right?
Did they? Oh, Isaiah McDuff. He's a special.
And they just signed a Devondre Campbell.
So they don't have a linebacker, is what you're telling me.
Well, Devondre Campbell's a nice little versatile guy, but yeah, he's not obviously nothing great. But
yeah, don't tell Cardinals fans that. He sucked balls last year. Dude's never been a good coverage guy. Even in Atlanta, I don't think he was. So I guess I'm double dipping a linebacker here. I was talking about Devin.
Ventrell Miller.
Nah, dude. If you're gonna, they're mainly running one linebacker sets anyway. So I need my guy to have some length to him. Like, if he's gonna be clogging passing lanes, like I need a little bit of length. I'm gonna go with Devin Lloyd. I think
All
Devin
right.
Lloyd could have a I don't want to say a breakout campaign this year, but I definitely think he could emerge as one of the better linebacker prospects in the class.
Yeah, there's still a lot of linebackers in this like left that I really like Miller, Popo,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
Clark,
Sanborn.
McFadden, Sanborn, Mike Rose.
Yeah. I mean, technically Henry Tutu, but he's another guy that kind of needs production.
Tutu. Yeah. How do you actually say his last? Is that how you say it?
I
Like
have no
technically?
idea.
Oh, Toa 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 Toa. Um,
I'm gonna read it how it looks.
Bills have went Ed Ingram and N'Kobe Dean, so linebacker and guard. Yeah, we're gonna get some corner depth from, and that's gonna come in the form of probably just the best corner available at this point, and that's gonna be Sheridan Jones. So
Yeah, that's fair. Tampa Bay again. Everything's kind of a luxury pick for them at this point. You went with I went Noah Daniels. You went with Sawyer. I feel like we could just start going at some of the running backs really because all their guys are like 1 year deals. I'm gonna go with Jerrion Ely. I'm kind of a big fan of his game, his after catch ability. I feel like he's just a much better Demetric Felton, maybe closer to who was that cat out of Memphis that didn't play last year?
uh,
He's
the
with
guy
the
on
Eagles.
yeah, what's his name? I must look this up. Dang it.
Yeah. Anyway, he's got a similar skill set to that, but I think he might be a bit more explosive. So I'm gonna go with him there. And honestly, might end up being a good compliment to like Ronald Jones, Keyshawn Vaughn,
Gainwell.
huh?
Penny Gainwell.
Gainwell. Yeah, but anyway, if Ronald Jones, if he is their planner for the future, then or if not, then I mean that's a good guy with Keyshawn Vaughn. I don't think Fournette or Bernard are going to be there after this season, and if they are, they're going to be on cheap deals. So
Chiefs, I'm either going to go like edge or corner for them. And since I don't really feel like any corners left should go in the third round, unless I'm forgetting someone, I'm going to go like edge for them or like someone on the pass rush. And that's going to come in the form of like, I know he's probably not going to come out this year, but like if he does, Zion is a great pickup for them, like a super strong, athletic pass rusher that gets production and stuff. So if they can get him here, like I think that's a great pick. So if you don't want to do Zion here, then I just say like Nolan Smith. Otherwise, but
no, dude, if you want to take Zion, bro.
no, I know. I'm just saying if anyone else has gripes.
Oh, I got you. You know, it's a wild thing. Dude's like 280.
Yeah, and he's so strong and powerful though.
Oh, I know. Oh, disgusting.
All right, 4 more picks.
All right, so we got the New Orleans Saints. I think I'm actually gonna go with a quarterback here. Let's go. I'm going with Matt Corral, dude. I'm going for broke. Give me the J.R. Smith of the quarterback class. Oh, San Francisco 49ers. This feels a bit interesting. I really want to just stay with secondary, if I'm being honest.
I could see Joey Porter being a nice fit.
Yeah. Wow, this is actually interesting. I think I maybe no, maybe not. I'm gonna go with Harvell Peel.
Okay.
Guy can I kind of play the box. He has a little slot to him, but that's not particularly where I'd want to play him. I'd rather him kind of be like a not necessarily a box guy, but in that vicinity. He's not going to be kind of like my deep guy. I'd rather him maybe like a cover 2 back. So
they did pick up Tony Jefferson too. So
I forgot about that. Solid.
Ravens, they've gone. Let's see. Cade Mays. So guard, edge, and safety. Guard, edge, safety. So, God, where do you go here with them?
I mean, that's the beautiful thing about drafting well. Like, you will not have a lot of needs, so you can continue just to draft value.
We'll give them some nice, corner depth here. Someone who could also play, that kind of versatility in that secondary. We'll go with Joey Porter for the Ravens.
Yeah.
And then the last pick.
Yay. I got to actually watch Joey Porter. I haven't watched much of him at all. So I
watched a little bit, but I like what I've seen so far.
I can't really comment on him, unfortunately. Same with his teammate Castro Fields. I just haven't looked at the corner position. Especially once Fields said he was returning, I was like, well, there's no point to watching literally the secondary of Penn State last year. None of them decided to come out, not even Brisker. So, to be honest, I probably want to stick with offensive line. I just want to make sure, it's good. I mean, it's kind of, it's kind of a theme there. I think I might prefer the other Georgia guy, Justin Schaffer.
Justin Schaffer.
Yeah. He's kind of played everywhere on the offensive line.
They don't have him.
Yeah, surprise. But yeah, he'd probably be my pick here.
Oh boy.